Hey, welcome to my channel. I'm Dr. Rarest. I help Black men and women heal from trauma and toxic relationships. And today I'll be sharing 7 ways that you can identify your strengths and talents. Number 1 is pay attention to what you enjoy doing. And I'm not talking about you enjoy, scrolling on social media or watching TV. Perhaps the content of what you consume on social media or the type of shows that you really enjoy watching can give you some insight. But I'm really talking about what are your hobbies? Like in your downtime, when you don't have to work, when you don't have to take care of anyone, when you don't have to think about anyone but yourself, what do you enjoy doing? This might be hard for some people because you don't know. You haven't stopped to ask yourself, what do you like? And so this is the perfect time to say, you know what? I'm just gonna take some time. I'm gonna experiment with some things. I'm gonna join a meetup group and see what activities they offer. Maybe you can search for free activities to do in your city and see which ones pique your interest. You'll know when you're interested in something because when you think about it or you're about to go and do it, you are really looking forward to it. So it's about saying yes, like with your whole body, versus saying, maybe I could. I would challenge yourself to do some things you wouldn't just normally do, just in life as a fun thing to do. But if you're looking for one of the things that will fulfill your purpose on earth, it's like a passion. Like the feeling is so encompassing, so positive, like you're excited about doing it. Even if it's work, like even if you have to go to a job to do the thing, your why, like the reason you're doing it because it moves you so much, is going to be the sign that it is for you. My number 2 is to ask your family and friends what your strengths are. So this is one of the activities I give my clients. If you're interested in working with me, I am accepting new clients for one-to-one sessions. You can look for the link in my description box to request a session. It's one of my favorite things to give folks because in addition to giving them ideas about what they're good at, they also get an opportunity for other people who love and care about them to say how great they are. And for my clients, you're not used to hearing how great you are, so it's a wonderful activity. Your family and friends see you in a particular way. And when you're asking someone who's outside of yourself, like what they see in you, it's likely that they are going to see things that you don't see. You can use the list that they give you as ideas for career options. At the very least, you get compliments, and at the most, you can really springboard an idea for a business, for a project, for a new hobby. My number 3 is to start journaling. And I also want to lump in meditation and giving yourself free time. The goal here is for ideas to flow. I love journaling, so it's something that I recommend folks to do. Writing out your ideas, writing out your thoughts doesn't have to be an everyday activity. You can also talk to yourself in the mirror. You can keep a video diary of your thoughts and feelings and expressing yourself. The idea is sort of just a free-flowing thought so that you can be open to ideas. I think a lot of people just don't give themselves an opportunity to just be or to just let their mind go and not judge it or, try to get themselves to stop thinking or to zone out or numb their feelings by consuming social media mindlessly or binge watching something because you don't want to deal with like your real stuff. Really take the time to face the challenge that it's going to present. I think for a lot of people, if you haven't done it, it might be scary in the beginning, all the things that come up. But behind the fear, behind the pain, might be $1 million idea. At the very least, you can have some ideas for adding more fun to your life, which I think is wonderful because my goal here is to help you increase your joy. My number 4 tip is to revisit interests and experiences that you enjoyed when you were younger. So we all want it to be something when we grew up, right? I know there are some people, right, because I specialize in trauma. There are some people who didn't think they'd make it past 18 or 21 or 25 or 30 or 40, people have different numbers for these things. And so they never gave themselves permission to dream. So if you did give yourself permission to dream, consider what was your 5-year-old self thinking that you wanted to do? I wanted to be a writer. I have a poetry book, okay? What about when you were 10 or 15? What did you think was interesting? What trip or experience did you have? Or what person that came to your school? Or what were you for career day that made you feel inspired? Go back down that road. And if you didn't give yourself an opportunity to think and dream and wonder and, reach for the stars when you were a child, if no one was encouraging you to do that, because it really would be adults teaching you to, I don't know, you could be anything you want to be. Somebody should have told you that if you were a kid. If they didn't, let me be the one to tell you, you can do whatever you want. Like you really can do whatever you want. And I don't believe that there is any idea that God can put on your heart that cannot be reached to fruition. If it's an idea that you have, it can happen. And ideas don't die, they fester, right? Word to Brene Brown, which, her book Daring Greatly would be a great jumping ground for you to also explore, like, what are some of the things you're hiding from yourself? What are some of the things you've been holding back? Give yourself permission to dream. And then, if you've already done the dreaming, dream a new dream. Find something else. If you're pivoting, if you're looking for, a new career path, like, what else would you find intriguing? What else do you think you can give to the world? Just consider the thoughts. You can write them in your journal, but just dream. Number 5 is identify the lifestyle of someone that you admire and work their successes backward. I have clients, this is one of the activities I do with my clients too, but I have clients who think some people's lives are perfect. Perhaps because they have so many problems in their own life that it's hard to imagine that if someone is, happy and rich and successful on social media, that they could have problems, but nobody has it figured out. Everybody has some life challenges at some point or another. Some people are better at dealing with their life problems than not. But the idea is that you're going to look at someone you admire because people have left their blueprint. It's literally the framework of, all motivational speakers. They're explaining to you the mindset processing that they had to do and change to become successful. So while mindset is one step, we also want practical steps too. So you identify the person that you're like, wow, they look like they're having a great time doing this thing. Maybe I would also like to do that thing. How did they do it? Because everybody starts somewhere. Unless they're, even if they're rich, if you're watching this video, probably not rich, but even if they're rich and wealthy, they still had to work hard. They still had to do things in a certain way to attain a certain level of success. And so you decide, what do you want your life to look like? Who is going down their purpose path that is inspiring to you or, makes you intrigued or you think looks positive, and see what they did. I often use Oprah Winfrey as an example because she comes from such humble beginnings and she experienced quite traumatic things in her childhood, but they didn't stop her from becoming, the billionaire that she is. I don't think billionaires are ethical, but that's beside the point. She really worked hard and did things in a certain way to become rich and successful and happy, and now at her goal weight, I suppose. So find a person that you like, look at their life. The hope is that they've left a trail, a pattern for you to follow, and then do that thing. For my number 6, I have take the Myers-Briggs personality test. But there are 2 other things that you can do. You can look at your birthday personality. You can also get your natal chart. I think these give us really great insights into who you are as a person. I do think they're accurate. I think astrology is a science that I don't know much about. I know a little bit about, but I think there are so many different sections in astrology, so many things that have been, researched over the years that show that it's not just a woo-woo-woo, a made-up thing. So there are lots of online platforms that you can get your natal chart. You're gonna need your birth time and the city where you were born. I would encourage you to get someone to help you read your birth chart because, like I say, it's a science and it's complicated to understand. If you get some of the printouts, right, someone's already interpreted the data, I think you'll still be able to get some insight into your interests and what, that time that you were born says about who you are as a person. Same thing with your birthday personality or the Myers-Briggs test. Like, nothing is new under the sun. Energy is not created, it's just transformed. So even though you are you and there is no other you, your personality has similarities with other people. Even though I'm one of the rare personality types, I have a whole other video about being an INFJ. There are lots of INFJs, especially on YouTube or entertainment sort of things like this, because we create wonderful things. But there's so many other people that have, these different categories that you can put people into to help explain who you are as a person and identify your strengths and interests. And under that, I know definitely for the Myers-Briggs type and, your natal chart, they're gonna give you career ideas. All of those things have been accurate for me as an INFJ. I'm a psychologist. I know someone else with my same birthday who's also a psychologist. It's very likely that your personality types fit into a certain career path or, grand idea that you have to be an entrepreneur or to solve problems in the world. It's going to fit who you are, right? And so then you're going to be aligned and the passion is just going to flow. And the last one on my list, number 7, if all else fails, hire a professional, right? I'm talking a career coach, a life coach, a therapist, somebody that can help you clarify, gain clarity, become more precise on what it is that you're interested in, so they can also give you some direction. They're likely to give you some ideas that then you can sit with and feel like, I wonder if this is it. Because sometimes we're so blocked that the ideas won't flow, but if somebody jogs your thought process, it's there. So if you're unable to do this kind of work on your own, right? I have had 2 therapists. I call my second therapist a healer. I hired a financial coach to help me. I did group coaching. I had a coach just for my YouTube. I only had 1 session. But my point is that it is really okay to get some help in this process of exploring all the ways that you can give to this world, all the ways you can increase your joy and happiness, and figure out what your purpose, passion, interest, goal in life is. You are the one with the answers, right? No one is going to tell you who you are and you just accept it without feeling it. You have to say in agreement, oh yes, this is for me. And I know you know it. And my hope is for you that you do the work to get you to the point where you are doing the things you enjoy on a daily basis. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and thank you for watching.